Most people think the shot is a solution, but what actually happens after the shot is where everything either works or it falls apart. And nobody's going to talk about that part. Welcome to After the Shot, where we talk about what actually happens when the medication starts working and real life still has to continue. If we haven't met yet, my name is Dante. I'm a health coach and a strength trainer with a background in kinesiology, both a bachelor's and a master's degree. I spent years working across various populations, from professional athletes looking to optimize their performance to geriatric clients focusing on maintaining independence and muscle, to almost everyday individuals looking to just rebuild their health from the ground up. And now I specialize in one of the fastest growing shifts in health today, GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. I'm also a GLP-1 weight loss certified coach, and that allows me to do things a little bit differently because I can see things from both sides of the space. I've worked with clients who've lost 20, 40, and even 60 pounds on GLP-1s, but the real challenge shows up in a different form. They stop eating less, yes, but they also stop knowing how to eat normally again after the fact. And what I've noticed across all of it is whether it's an athlete trying to achieve peak performance or someone losing 50 plus pounds on GLP-1, the real challenge is never just the weight coming off. It's what happens when the structure that created the results start to slowly disappear over time. See, most people think GLP-1s are just a weight loss tool, but in reality, it's more of like a behavior amplifier. It reduces your appetite, reduces cravings, reduces the food noise, but it doesn't teach you how to rebuild your relationship with food, structure your meals, maintain your muscle, or even how to build a lifestyle. So what I see in this cycle over and over again is that the weight comes off fast, but your habits don't get rebuilt at the same speed. And when the medication changes or stops, that gap becomes very, very expensive. One of my clients came to me after losing over 20 pounds on a weight loss drug, and he told me that I'm scared to stop the medication because I don't trust myself around food anymore. That's the part that nobody's going to prepare people for. Another client I had already hit their goal weight, but had no idea how to maintain it without either undereating or regaining all the weight. And it's a pattern that I keep seeing over and over again with all my clients. People weren't failing on the medication. They're missing the maintenance system after the medication. That's where I come in. Here's the truth that most programs miss. GLP-1 handles the appetite, but you have to handle the structure. You have to handle the protein intake, the muscle retention, the emotional eating patterns, and the long-term metabolism. Because if you don't build while you're losing weight and you don't have a maintenance phase, you'll actually end up having a dependency phase. And that's where things get unstable. Let me break it down for you here. The goal isn't just to lose weight on GLP-1s. The goal is to become someone who doesn't need all that chaos or all that medication to stay in shape. That means building three important things while the medication is still active. A structured way of eating so that you can actually repeat this over and over again, making it a lifestyle. You need strength and muscle retention so that your metabolism just doesn't plummet. And thirdly, you need emotional control around food so that eating doesn't swing between restriction and rebound. Because what happens after the shot should feel predictable. It should not feel confusing. And that's exactly what this series is about. I'm not going to hype up the drug and I'm not going to give you weight loss shortcuts, but I'm going to tell you what actually happens after the shot and how to make sure that you're not rebuilding your entire life from the ground up after the medication stops doing all that work. In the next episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the three biggest mistakes that I see while people are on GLP-1s that quietly cause them to regain weight in the long run. And most people don't realize that this is actually happening to them right now while they're on the drug itself. The shot is only the beginning. I know this is the first video, but if you found this one helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell because that shows me you're enjoying these videos, you're enjoying my channel, and the support is greatly appreciated. I'm going to keep pushing out these videos, so I'll see you in episode 2.